Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to try this BMS Falcon. Let me quickly go through the setup just to check whether everything's perfect. Okay. Let's go for the sound. Let's put down the music slightly. What is the sound effects? Music. Here, okay. Internal sounds outside cockpit. Okay. User interface, radio, chatter, player voice, mask breathing sound. Okay, I will leave it like on. I was flying it already and I find it like very quiet, the engine internal. Okay, I put it already a little bit up. This is like the default settings, this line here. So I already put it from 2 to 4, so hopefully it will be better. Window full screen. Hopefully it's still recording, I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see it after the. Okay, anti-aliasing 8 samples, quality 0. Does it mean like 4? Still 0. Okay, so let's put it with the 8. Details, header, blur. Grass density, definitely going to use maximum. Let's use just the reflection, just because I'm using the track IR. Season weather controlled, okay. Doesn't matter, pilot model. Let's switch it off. Tree density full. And HDR bloom, I'm going to slightly reduce it. I don't like it. It's very shiny. Everything's very shiny in this game. Like the runway is like glass, so that's why I don't like this bloom effect. The joystick should be set up. But I do not have any keys assigned, so let me go through the one of the training missions. Hopefully they will tell me what to use and how. Okay. Theater, Korea, perfect. I was able setting up this logbook previously, so seems like be okay, right? Tactical reference. Let's check some of the models in this game. I'm really curious how does the aircraft looks like here. I already saw some of them, so definitely this F4 looks beautiful. It's definitely better 3D model than in the Elite Force. Some Japanese Phantom. F5, also amazing looking aircraft. Looks really great. Not as great as the Phantom. This model is slightly simplified, but still looks okay. If you do not fly in it, if you see it like from your cockpit, it's perfect. Oh, the A variant Tomcat, the old one. That's one of the most beautiful aircrafts in the world, in my humble opinion. I really love it, and I love this yellow helmets on the pilots. That's really perfectly looking model. B variant, and there should be also the D, like the last version, the most advanced. Okay, there is no D variant, which is still classified just because the Iranian Air Force is using the F-14A variant, so they do not want to reveal what was changed to the D variant, although it's not in operational use anymore. Okay, the almighty F-15 Eagle looks really nice. Although the F-15E variant, the Strike Eagle, looks pretty nice in the Elite Force. Maybe I will jump into it. Really nice model in Elite Force. Okay. I don't know what MSIP stands for. Major single seat version, no. Number of significant differences. Fast fuel and sensor tactical packs attached to the side of the fuselage outside of each air intake. Okay, so somewhere here should be some hard points for using some advanced avionics. Israeli Air Force, Eagle D variant, the double seat variant, some Japanese variant, say DJ and J for the single seater. F-22, how does it look like here? Looks pretty nice to me. Really nice model. Definitely better than in Elite Force. Starfighter. AKA video maker, just because of the record in the crashes. MiG-19, Chinese variant of MiG-19, the first aircraft with the afterburner. On the Russian side, definitely. MiG-21, some early, like F variant. These Chinese clones. Okay, J-11, this is copied Su-27. Then there was an J-15, which was copied Su-33, probably 33 from the Ukrainian Air Force. China bought one aircraft from Ukraine, and they, according to the reverse engineering, they created this aircraft. And this is the 5th generation. Oh, I can see already some tactical engagements between Raptor and this Mighty Dragon here in this game. This will be really nice. So that was the Mighty Vigen. That's nice. I love this aircraft. It's an attack aircraft more than the fighter. It has a reverse thrust here in this interesting or weird shaping end. There is a reverse thrust, so it can reverse on the runway. Basically, this aircraft. It can highly reduce the distance necessary for complete stop after the landing. Okay, MB339. It's a two-seat aircraft used for training. MiG-17, MiG-19 in a Polish camouflage. That's interesting. So something from the Warsaw Pact. The model looks like stunning, my humble opinion. That's really great how this looks like. There is this strange thing on this wing. It's definitely something which is wrong there. It shouldn't be there. I mean, these two black lines. It's probably the landing wheel going through the wing. And it looks really amazing. I love this model. Another MiG-19. Russian camo. MiG-19, MiG-21 bis. There's a strange canopy. Very green. Looks like aquarium. Okay, bis. F variant, so old variant. MF, pretty modern aircraft. MLA, Flogger already. Also nice model, nice looking model. Really beautiful models here. Can't wait to make some missions in these aircrafts. MiG-25, Foxbat. Like, look at these models. It's really amazing how this looks like compared to the old Allied Force. It's a huge step forward, definitely. Some North Korean MiG variant, then A variant, like the very old one, export variant with such very slow and poor avionics on board. So Russia kept the best MiG-29s for themselves, and these export variants were always like just the half of the aircraft. Okay, the G should be the German, but in this case, when the Germany reunited, the West and the East Germany, when they reunited, the East Germany was using the MiG-29s before the reunion of the Germany, and after it they were using it for a quite short time, like together with the Tornadoes and what was their Tornado, and probably that's it as the main fighter. So they were like operating, the Germany was operating like the NATO standard and the Russian standard, or the Eastern standard as well. Therefore they decided to get away from these MiG-29s. So they offered it to Poland, and they bought them. So this is the German variant, the G variant, but it's already with the Polish marking on it. So okay, strange warning. M variant, the modernized version, capable of carrying the R-77s. Really dangerous opponent. Some S variant, which is also very dangerous. MiG-31 looks great, looks really great. Su-15, this is like it's a fighter aircraft for the air superiority. Su-27, beautiful model here, looks really great. It's also a very beautiful aircraft, together with F-16, F-14, Su-27 and MiG-29. All of them looks beautiful, and especially this two-seater is very like amazingly looking aircraft. And this is basically the camouflage used by the aerobatic team Strigi or Russian Knights. I don't know exactly whether this is like Russian Knights or Strigi. So the naval version of the Flanker and the Tornado. I'm surprised. I was expecting like better model. I remember the model from the Free Falcon of the Tornado. It was really amazing. It has also this reverse thrust, so it can close its nozzles, and therefore you can use it for like reverse thrust braking on the runway. So that was the fighters. Let's switch to the multi-role. Some Canadian Hornet, should be Canadian if this CF. Okay, there is Canadian flag or symbol. This is the Spanish variant. Eurofighter Typhoon, how does it look like here? Looks better than in Allied Force, definitely. It's a really greatly designed model here. Looks basically all the aircrafts looks better here than in the Allied Force. It has even the first stage like of the engine, compressor stage. In the Allied Force, these air intakes are like blinded. So it was the D variant is here, like the multi-role aircraft, just because it's able to carry like F-16 for example. Okay, so it's able to carry also air-to-ground weapons, and looks really amazing. The texture definitely would be much nicer if it was like used higher resolution for it, but it's still like pretty okay. Okay, the Strike Eagle, pretty much almost the same model is used in Allied Force for the Strike Eagle. maybe even better looking. I have to check it tomorrow, but definitely I think that the model looks slightly better than in the Elite Force. Okay, the Israeli version, the latest version, the K variant. It's amazing. Oh, block 15, the very first production block. It should have like the old rear wings, but it has like the new wings on the rear already. There was a slightly difference between the E and C variant. The early blocks didn't have like this shape here at the end. It was like square here, and that was the difference between the early blocks and the later blocks, together with some avionics and so on. So definitely there were like more differences. Wait a moment, I jumped too early. Midlife update. Okay, some MLUs, which I'm flying currently in the Elite Force. Some Norway, Dutch. This is what kind of? Oh, this is Norway. Okay, so Norway. B, so two-seater, block 15. C, aggressor painting for the pilot training, block 52, etc. to the block 52 plus Hellenic Air Force with the conformal fuel tanks here, which are used for some avionics in these like forward parts, and the end is used for the fuel, so it has like greater internal fuel than the other variants. And this is the variant without the conformal fuel tanks, so also Hellenic Air Force. Looks really great, I love it. Okay, block CM. I don't know anything about CM variant. Block 50. D, two-seater, DM, South Carolina. So this should be some Air National Guard, probably. F-18A variant, B variant, two-seater. It's looking great, really. Honestly, this model looks great. I cannot wait to jump into this game and try to learn how to operate. Okay, the E and F, the latest variants, which are like 10% or 12% bigger than the early versions of the F-18s. It has like more hard points under the wing, plus one on below each of the wing. It has more powerful engines as well, and it has like square intakes comparing to the A variant, which is smaller and has round shaped intakes like you can see here. So there is also a dimensions difference between the A and E variant, or the C and E variant as well. It has like greater wingspan, it's longer. What is this? Some Chinese variant? Qingkuo. I've never heard about anything like this. You definitely need to test this. The D variant, like the two-seater. MiG-17, again, I don't know why it's here. KF Block 52. Mirage, okay, that's great. I remember that Mirage has a perfect model in this game from the, let's say, early versions of this is like the 4.37. Maybe the 35 had like really beautiful Mirage model. It was the Mirage N, going to jump there very quickly. EGM, some kind of electronic. N variant stands for what? This looks like the Egyptian. It's okay. It's a French Air Force, definitely. Okay. And the N variant should have like different model. At least it has one. But looks like the same, like the other variants. Mirage F1, interesting. Mirage 3, the predecessor of the Mirage 2000. Rafale, that's great. Wow. It's also beautiful looking aircraft. And this looks like the Croatian marking, probably. I'm not familiar with all the markings, so sorry if I say something wrong. And Sukhoi 35, or the Super Flanker, and Sukhoi 37, Chinese variant, basically. Okay, let's see the attack. A4, let's go quickly through this. Another A4, Super Skyhawk, Intruder. Okay, Corsair, A10. Looks definitely better than in Allied Force, but still I would expect like a better model for this aircraft. It might be fun to fly this in the BMS, so definitely we'll try it. Spooky, oh my god, that's huge. This is one perfectly looking model. So this is an attack variant of the Hercules aircraft, equipped with some Vulcan, some I think 105mm howitzer or something like this, and the 40mm gun as well in the rear. All of them are firing to one side, so he's simply flying over the target and they're bombing it like there is no tomorrow. So vegan again, Harrier, Wild Weasel, F111, 111, 117. I will try this as well in Allied Force in some of my next missions, just to see how it performs in the, like, let's say in the stealth characteristics. Jaguar, MiG-27. Fantan, this is some kind of attack variant of some Chinese, I don't know what is this. Looks like the wing is from Su-7, very similar to the Su-7, but the front is different. It has like the side intakes. Su-7 here, Su-17, Su-22, Su-24. Okay, looks better than in the Allied Force, definitely. Su-25, also better looking model. Okay, this has texture here. It's without the texture in the Allied Force, but the model is really simplified, as you can see. But still, definitely looks better than in the Allied Force. And the Su-39. Tornado again, F1 and T2. Okay, some bombers here, B-1B. It's definitely looking much more better than the Allied Force. I'm curious, how does the B2, also beautiful, how does the TU-160 will look like? When I saw the model in my one of my Allied Force videos, I was shocked how terrible it looks like. Oh, IL-28 is like the post-war model of the bomber from the Soviet Union. It's still being used by the North Korean Air Force, so It was built like 1949 probably, and they are still in use, massively in use in the North Korean Air Force. So they think that they will do anything with this. It's it's nonsense. Tu-16, Tu-22, supersonic bomber. Really greatly looking model. Really nice. I love it. Bear. I was expecting a better model. This looks like from the Allied Force, definitely. It's almost like in Allied Force, the only difference is that in the Allied Force only one propeller is turning. Look at this. I hope I wouldn't be able to see this in the air because it's terrible. Okay, Tu-160 looks better than in Allied Force just because of the texture, but still the model looks pretty awful. Okay. Helicopters, definitely step forward comparing with Allied Force. Apache D variant, the longbow. Guardian, the latest variant. Chinook. Sea Stallion. Camo 52. They look perfectly. Really nice looking models. Mi-8. Nice. Looks really beautiful. It's strange, the blue lights inside the helicopter. Looks like in some disco is going on board. Mi-24 looks definitely great. I love the models. Like, just imagine that you are flying around them in your F-16 and you can see them like very shortly only. So definitely no need to have like more detailed models, but this looks like really perfectly. It's a huge step forward in this BMS, in this latest variant. I do remember some models, but this is definitely really nice looking aircrafts. What about the Hawkeye and the propellers? They seem to be stationary. Oh, Blackbird. Interesting. It's very flat. Not so great looking the texture on it. Also the engines are blacked. But there is no model for this Blackbird probably in Allied Force, so it's completely made new. About the support, okay, AN2, NA-24 looks really great. Wow, that's... Can't wait to sit in one of these and just fly like a normal, ordinary flight over the South Korea, for example. Condor, oh, not so. It's terrible model. It's from the Allied Force, definitely. I saw very similar model there. C5, also awful looking. C17, definitely. Perfect model. I will try it. I will definitely fly. C17. Hercules, I saw the model on the Spooky, so definitely it's a nice looking aircraft. Also the interior looks like very detailed. Some 2-engine cargo, I don't know this aircraft. Some French aircraft probably. C-160, I don't know it. Candid, Ilyushin, Midas, KC Extender, Stratotanker, definitely looking better than in Allied Force. Reaper, wow. So are able to build some missions with Reapers as well. Osprey, the Badger. Let's quickly go through some of these vehicles. Oh, they are really better looking models than before. Abrams, not so great. Patton, not so great. But it's also a big step forward. This is nice looking model, definitely. Let's check the BMP2, BMP3. Nice, nice, I love it. BTR. Oh, it's really nice to see such a huge step forward. See some of the artillery units. For example, the Msta B. Okay, Msta looks great. Although it doesn't have like any tracks. Interesting. Grat. There is a driver inside. Okay. It's just a bomb catcher, so it doesn't need to look like perfectly. Katyusha from the Second World War. Smerch. Frog 7, so this is Scud missile launcher. American one. Some howitzer. Some German. Some systems. Baikal. Okay, this is the Patriot. Some Pegasus system, interesting. Let's check SA-8. Gecko looks great. It's slightly, it should be higher. It's very low profile. In reality, it's much higher. SA-9. SA-6 looks beautiful. SA-10, Grumble, okay. Some AAAs, Gepard. Oh, this Oerlikon gun looks great. ZU-23, it's the same like the Oerlikon. Shilka looks much better than in the Allied Force. What about the Tunguska? It's not here. This model is also from Allied Force. S60 looks better. KS looks better. And also this gun. Radar systems. Some US radars. A long track with 3 funny guys. Skyguard. Support. Some Humvees. Tows. Some trucks. Okay, it looks great. Okay, Enterprise, Carl Vinson, it's the same. Theodore Roosevelt, also the same. Liaoning, this is the Kuznetsov class, which was bought by the China and finished. Kuznetsov. Some Wasp class, this is the UK probably class for the Harriers, and now for the F-32. Probably the origin is the UK. I don't know it precisely. Some cruisers, California, Iowa. Oh. You definitely shouldn't be closing to this. For example, the Kiro looks correct to me. Looks very beautiful. The missile cruiser. Ticonderoga looks also great. Virginia, not so much. Some frigate. This is beautiful looking frigate. Nox, not so much. Also beautiful. Ulsan. Destroyers. Like Kid, Shireen, Sovremeny, Russian, Spruans. What about submarines? Typhoon class, Alpha, Kilo, Sauro, Akula class, Los Angeles, Oyashio class, some Japanese probably, Romeo class, very old one, Seawolf. Other Osatu. Oh, looks really beautiful when comparing to the Light Force. It will be nice to bomb these ships. Generic ship. Ammunition. Cargo ship 1, cargo ship 2, 3, 4, 5. Oil tanker. Okay, this is just the ballast. Missiles, I'm not going through these. Bombs, the same. Stores, the same. Okay. There's plenty of fuel tanks for every and each aircraft. So, maybe let's start with the training first. So maybe the ground ops is the first training. Am I able to? Okay, this is just the help. Commit. Mission schedule, victory conditions. So I'll be sitting in some F-16 in the Gunsan Air Base, flying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like there is some target here.
Right,
let's check the briefing. Training diverted old mission dummy 09. So I don't know. Package mission none. Perform training mission as briefed. Okay. Training. Follow instructions. So there should be some instructions. That's great. I would like to learn how to use the everything's on board. There are no known enemy air defense. Okay. So should be pretty. Oh, what's going on? When I press this button here, it brings down the briefing. And I don't know why.
Alright, listen up.
Let's check the loadout. Okay, looks like I'm empty. Let's take the South Carolina. Let's take some fuel tanks, probably. Oh, 600 gallons. Really? That's huge. Let's take the standard one. Okay. Some EZM. On my wingtip, I'm going to take the. There is no C4, C5, it's just C variant. Looks like so in this BMS. Okay, let's fly like this. Maybe just such lightweight, or maybe just put some air to ground Maverick, for example. The D variant, just one. Maybe one harm instead of the Maverick. just to see how this works in this game. Okay. That's it. I'm not gonna close this. Okay. I was able to do so. Flight plan, data cartridge. I do remember that it was some strange for me to set up everything in the data cartridge. I don't know how to use it properly, to be honest. Burst interval, burst quantity. There was a problem with the tower. Frequency. Link 16. Oh, that's too complicated for me. Okay, tower, probably. I'm gonna select this. Save. Save, okay. So hopefully it will work like this. Okay, that's the data cartridge. There's some flight profile. Able to close it now. Okay, let's go for the flight. Let's see whether I'll be able to. Let's use the taxi. Whether I'll be able to take off. Can't wait to see some training. Maybe I will do just this circle, which I should do in this mission, and that's it. And then I will jump onto some other trainings mission. Maybe will check the. I'll check the training manual for this. Okay, let's centerline this view. Have to sit properly. Okay, that's it. Now let's centerline once again. Okay, perfect. So I should go for the takeoff, probably. Okay, there is no pilot body, that's perfect. Maybe I can switch off the oxygen. The breathing. I was remembering that it was somewhere like here on the right side. Okay, like this. Okay, the green one. Okay, let's go for the takeoff. Let's quickly talk to the tower. Request taxi for departure. Number 3. It has like different numbers than in the Light Force. Okay, the tower is quiet. I don't know why. Oh, maybe I should preload the data cartridge. It was like load. I don't know whether I'm in correct page. Looks like it's loading something. The data cartridge unit should be somewhere here on the right side. DTU, it's here. But I don't know whether I should do something here or somewhere else. Okay, how to jump back to the... Okay, let's check it now. Should be working, let's hope so. And I can't hear anything, like even my voice is missing here, not the voice of the tower. That's so confusing for me. Communications are turned properly. Okay, I was reading the manual 2 days ago. There was something about the data cartridge unit, how to operate it, but somehow I didn't understand it. I'm missing something like press this button, some tutorial here in the cockpit, like it'll be much easier to jump into this game like that. I'm slightly fast, I think. Or too fast, probably. Okay, let's slow down. I love how this looks like. It's really great. Okay, maybe let's go for the takeoff. Oh, I was trying to roll to the left and right. Okay, the G is working. G key on my keyboard. Okay, I will need to find some proper manual how to set up all these radios on ground. Honestly, it looks great for an aircraft simulator, but you have to be like at 10,000 feet minimum, then it will look great. If you are lower than 10,000, you will see all these flat textures on the ground, and it's not so greatly looking game, but other than that, it's okay. Oh, there should be a pilot somewhere behind me, but I can't see him. So now in 10,000 feet, everything looks simply much better. Also the cities, the textures on the ground, it's really beautiful. Okay, let's turn right onto the steer point. No, I just pressed the S key for the switching the steer points, and it was the flare. So let's use this button here for the steer point 3. I love the clouds here, they really looks beautiful. And I do remember there was some kind of rains, so if it is rainy weather, it's really like nice looking. You can see the drops falling onto your cockpit. That's amazing. And there is a sound difference from the front and from the rear as well. You can hear the nozzle from the rear and the compressor from the front. That's great. Okay, let's switch to steer point 4 already. It's a small circle. Can I see the steer point in my... Yeah, I can. My helmet mount. I will definitely need a longer time to get used on this track air here. It's much more difficult for me to use my head and to focus on the button. Just to press it. So the S key stands for the flares, so let's use them. It's beautiful. Looks great. Also the glare effect. Now I'm just cheffing without the flares, so I'm out of flares. Just the flare, just the chest coming out, and I'm out completely. I used all of them. There is something on this next steer point. VLF. I don't know what's that. WLF, some weapon. There is the airbase. I don't have the map now. It was on the knee of my pilot, and as there is no pilot, there is no map as well. So that's bad thing. Okay, let's switch to steer point 5. Is it 5? Am I correct? Okay. Now I can see the engine like perfectly inside. I just reduced the thrust. And it's not going down. Somehow it stands on 80% still. Although I've put an idle on my left control, it's on 80% still. Oh, the 2D cockpit. Okay, I can use also the 2D cockpit, like I used to in the Allied Force without any problems. Okay. So it's also possible to fly like this, or to use the track air. What about the thrust? Why am I still flying like at 80%? I don't know why. Now it's falling down. Can hear it. So it takes some time to idle your engine, surprisingly. Looks like there are some sectors on the HSD. Maybe some for the weapon usage. Some weapon engagement zone. It's still not on the idle. Should be like on 60%, still somewhere like 74% thrust. Maybe if I use the air brake, it's the B key. Yes. But I didn't hear anything inside the cockpit. Like if I open the brakes. Okay, definitely nothing from the outside, it's okay. Shouldn't be hearing the hydraulics working, but is it changing here? I don't know. Closed. Okay, it says closed now. Now open. Okay, I mean this speed brake here. Okay, it's closed already. Perfect. So that's working correctly. Okay, looks like I'm on 72% thrust. What about the afterburner? Okay, the sound is perfect. In my opinion, I can hear the sound very nicely. Okay, let's change the steer point to steer point 6. And this should be the last steer point I will turn back home from this steer point. Let's use the time compression. And just X4 is I'm able to use like X4 only. Not anything higher like the Elite Force. Oh, 16 by RWR. So another F-16 is in the air. The airport should be somewhere. Able to see it, okay. These clouds are perfect. Okay, let's fly to steer point 7. It should be the landing already, and the marker should be exactly on the airfield. Okay, there should be the airfield. I should be also aligned with the runway JP letters there. It's also nice looking terrain here. For example, these hills, they looks like really beautiful. Better than in Elite Force, definitely. They have like more polygons. Okay, let's use the afterburner. I will use the brakes later on. I don't know how to talk with the ATC, the tower. I should be asking for the install remove. So this is the ATC ready for departure. Okay. Okay, request landing, formation landing, report on final. Wow. Declare emergency, abort, say again. Number 2, I can't use number 2. Oh, my wings are waving. Nice effect. I like it. It looks beautiful, like everything here looks so beautiful. There should be more trees, definitely. I would rather see like more trees if I select like to use the tree density on the top. I would expect like forests here. This seems like to be a park somewhere in the city. And also I was seeing this in the previous video, these rivers which flows on top of the hills. That's really weird. Like also the sea texture is on the hills. That's definitely not looking great. So my base should be somewhere there. Maybe, or is the next tier point? I don't know. Just because there is some lake here. Okay, it's definitely next tier point, so let's switch to next tier point, which is tier point 8. And there should be my airfield on that island. The trees are looking better than in the Allied Force, definitely. Tree model is looking great. This water on the hill, not so great. Looks like an oil. Okay, there is some harbor, so let's check this harbor here. Is it trees? Okay, just the trees. Okay, I can see the runway, so let's slow down. And let's go for the landing. I can't talk to the ATC, so hopefully everything will be okay. So let's use the air brake, the B key. I will need to set it up on my joystick later. At least this and the gear. That's fantastic. Okay, 70 is probably the idle here. If I remember it correctly, from the Allied Force, the 60 is the idle. That's a slight difference. Okay, gear is down. I was checking the 3 green dots. Let's align with the runway and let's try to land here. Slightly below the glide path. The approach line. I will need to study also these ATC protocols. They simply somehow are different than in Allied Force, like the ready for departure, for example, taxi back, hot pit fuel. So everything like this, I need to go through this. Okay, let's go for the landing. Perfect. I have to turn very carefully not to go into the... Okay, 70 is the idle. Let's go for this taxiway. Ooh, too fast. Too fast for that. But as soon as I saw this nice looking Hercules, I really need to get to him. It's not so beautiful model like I was seeing in the tactical reference. Wow, that's massive. So beautiful. Okay. Let's go, let's end this mission. I don't know whether there will be some debriefing available for the training. Probably not. Okay, nothing like here. I can just repeat the training once again, but that's enough for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want me to show you something else, some other, I don't know, anything in this game, just write it into comment section. I would be glad to hear any of your opinion about the BMS. It's really hard to get into this game, to be honest. It's a completely new experience for me when jumping from the Elite Force. So it's really harder for me, but hopefully I will get into this and will be able to use it properly. Definitely I will need to check the doc folder, which is located in the installation. We'll go through all these PDF files and learn how to operate properly the F-16 and other aircrafts as well. So hope this will be also interesting for you. If not, please write me that you are not interested in something like that, and maybe I will try to do some other topics. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. As always, have fun, take care, and bye.